If you've ever looked out on the water, seen people rowing, and thought, I would love to do that, Delta Sculling Center says you absolutely can. With a vision of inclusivity, they're opening up the world of sculling to our entire community, creating a space where anyone can experience the physical and mental benefits of this transformative sport. Here to tell us more are Pat Tyrone. She's their executive director, co-founder, and head coach, along with Bob O'Prandy, their co-founder, coach, and board member. Thanks for joining us, you two.
Thank you for having us.
You.
Okay, so this is my first time hearing about sculling, and I'm excited to learn about it. So for those who maybe don't know about it, can you explain what sculling is and how it differs from traditional rowing?
Sure, it's a great question, and most of the world doesn't know, does not know what it is. Most people think of rowing and they think of an 8-person boat with a coxswain. We're part of the same sport. And in fact, we have the same tradition and the same history. The only thing that's different is we have 2 oars, and in the boats that you see with the 8 people, that's 1 oar. So you always have to have at least 2 people. So we have the option, since we have 2 oars, of being in a larger boat or being in a single boat by ourselves.
Okay, and is this the chair? You brought in one of the chairs that are used. This is the chair that you sit in.
This is not the chair you always sit in.
Okay.
It depends on your needs. So usually the seat is a sliding seat. So that means it's a sport where we use our legs, we use our back, we use our arms. It's a full body sport. But some of the people who come to us have spinal cord injury or brain injury or other organic causes that cause them not to be able to use their legs or even their trunk. And so if we need to, we can take the boat and we can slide this seat into it. So all of our boats are made so that we can replace the sliding seat with this seat, and then if the person needs support for their trunk, we can Velcro them, strap them in. The straps are made so they can pull them off quickly if they need to, in the same direction, and so this way everybody can participate.
I love that you do that. I mean, you have the support, the accessories needed so everyone can participate like you mentioned. How has Delta Sculling Center made sculling accessible in the community?
Well, I think it's, you know, we started out, we founded it with the idea that it would be for everybody, meaning people that have physical challenges, sensory challenges, and so on, could row with us. And then pretty soon we made it for everybody because youth wanted to do it as well, and people of all ages. So we have people from 11 years old to 80 years old rowing with us, and we're going to go beyond that. So I think, you know, if people want to do it recreationally or they'd rather be competitive and, you know, see how much they can push themselves, it's really accessible to everybody. And we're also in the public schools. So we've trained teachers, PE teachers especially, to incorporate the rowing machines into the schools, and the machines go from school to school. So we have several hundred students every year in the schools.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. I mean, you're really making it inclusive for everyone. And you've mentioned the wellness benefits of sculling. What can people expect in terms of physical and mental health improvements from this sport specifically?
Well, should I?
I'll do the easy side. You can make the sport whatever you want it to be, because you can be alone, right? Or you can be with other people in a boat. So there are times when, like, I will go out and train really hard, and then I don't know how I get back to the dock because I go into a meditation. So it can be totally meditative, and we have veterans, military veterans, sometimes with PTS, who come and that they're looking for that rhythmic nature and for that healing. And so it can be that side of healing, but it can be also...
Yeah, it can also be very aerobic enhancing. We have an Olympic rower who does a 6-minute 2-kilometer race, uses the same energy as an NBA basketball player playing 2 games back to back in 6 minutes. It's amazingly aerobic enhancing if you want to push yourself
they
to
have
those
lungs
extent.
like this.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And you've made your location, I mean, it's in Stockton. So what makes sculling a viable sport specifically there?
The Delta waterways. It's so meditative when people get out there and they have to focus on every single stroke, you know, and then all the trauma or anything that they've had in their lives, all the stressors go away, and the water heals, and you're immersed in nature, and you're this close to the water. I mean, you're down low, and you're right in there.
And we have freighters that come by, and we have herons, and we have any kind of niche that you can imagine. And you have it here in Sacramento. You
Yeah.
do have two rowing clubs. So we just are more surrounded by water, and
Yeah.
it's more obvious down in Stockton, I think.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. But thank you so much for telling us about sculling. You're exposing us to all of it to our viewers. I'm going to let them know where they can go. Delta Sculling Center needs volunteers and your support, so you can head on over to deltasculling.org.